What happened at your work that caused multiple people to all quit at once? Our manager became obsessed with a productivity app that tracked everything. And I mean everything. It started innocent enough. Gary discovered TimeSync Pro after attending some corporate efficiency seminar in Phoenix. He came back practically vibrating with excitement, pitching it as a way to optimize our human capital and maximize synergistic workflows. The app would monitor when we arrived, how long we spent in the bathroom, even how fast we typed. Gary said it would help identify bottlenecks in our workflow and create data-driven performance metrics. At first, we thought it was just another management fad. We'd survived standing desks, meditation Mondays, that weird phase where Gary made us do trust falls every Friday, and his brief obsession with feng shui that had us moving our desks every other week. This seemed harmless in comparison. Boy, were we wrong. Week 2, Gary announced bathroom breaks were now limited to 4 minutes based on TimeSync's industry-standard biological efficiency metrics. The app would send him real-time alerts if anyone exceeded the limit, complete with timestamps and duration analytics. People started holding it just to avoid the shame email that would CC the entire team with subject lines like bathroom optimization opportunity identified. Sarah from marketing got flagged for a 6-minute bathroom break and had to explain to HR that she was dealing with a personal health issue. She actually had to provide medical documentation to justify her bathroom time. The humiliation was visible on her face for days afterward. She started bringing a timer to the restroom. Then came the typing speed leaderboards, posted weekly in the break room like we were competing in some twisted Olympics of office productivity. If you weren't in the top 5, you got mandatory additional keyboarding training during lunch breaks with this ancient typing tutor software from 1995. Mike from IT, who'd been with the company for 8 years and was genuinely good at his job, suddenly found himself in remedial typing classes because he preferred inking before writing rather than just hammering keys mindlessly. But Gary's obsession reached terrifying new heights when he installed motion sensors at our desks. Too much movement meant you were distracted and unfocused. Too little meant you were lazy and disengaged. The app would literally rate our sitting posture and send Gary hourly reports on our desk optimization scores with color-coded alerts. Green meant optimal productivity positioning. Yellow meant needs improvement. Red meant immediate intervention required. Jessica started getting anxiety attacks every time she needed to stretch. Tom began timing his coffee refills with a stopwatch app on his phone. The office felt like a dystopian prison, where every movement was being judged by an algorithm designed by people who had clearly never worked in an actual office. Gary would walk around with his phone like some kind of productivity evangelist, showing us charts and graphs of our efficiency metrics. Look, David's cognitive output dropped 12% after his lunch break yesterday. We need to address this concerning pattern before it impacts quarterly deliverables. He'd say it with the excitement of a scientist discovering a new species, completely oblivious to how insane he sounded. The man installed cameras to monitor our facial expressions during meetings. TimeSync Pro apparently had an AI feature that could detect engagement levels based on how often we blinked or smiled. Gary started rating our meeting participation based on these facial analytics reports. The breaking point came on a Monday morning that will forever be burned into my memory. Gary called an emergency all-hands meeting, projector fired up, spreadsheets ready, wearing his lucky efficiency tie. He announced that Jessica from accounting had achieved the most optimized bathroom efficiency metrics last week and would be receiving a $50 bonus for her exemplary biological time management protocols. The room went dead silent. You could hear the fluorescent lights buzzing. Jessica's face turned crimson as Gary continued explaining how her average bathroom visit of 2.3 minutes represented the gold standard for the rest of us to aspire to. He had charts, actual pie charts about our bathroom habits. Jessica stood up, grabbed her purse, and walked out without saying a word. Then Mike from IT said, "This is absolutely insane, and I'm done," and followed her. Within 20 minutes, 7 people had quit on the spot. Gary sat alone in the conference room, staring at his phone, frantically refreshing the TimeSync dashboard. He was muttering about how the data showed this was our most productive meeting ever since everyone had stopped talking and disrupting the workflow with unnecessary human interaction. The company hired a new manager 2 weeks later. First thing she did was uninstall TimeSync and take everyone out for a long, unmonitored lunch.